And we are live. What's good? What's happening, y'all?
I am unpopular opinion. What I'm about to say, I do not agree with this whole isolate and be alone until you heal, and then isolation breeds depression, and no one person heals alone.
First of all, you're never alone when you have the Most High God, Christ Jesus. First of all, this woman just can't seem to get it together. Let's really give it the first of all. This woman just can't seem to get it together. And Corey Holcomb has done a deep dive into this woman's history, Make sure I speak properly. And not only is she a fraud as a doctor, but she has a hidden girlfriend. She has a girlfriend and she's not talking about it because she knows it'll probably cause for her credibility to be brought into question. But listen, I digress. I'm going to go ahead and shrink it back down and let her cook. Smash that like button, y'all. Join the tribe, subscribe.
I don't think you have to go into a relationship and have a baby and marry somebody, but you do have to be in relations, like companionship, being engaging with people in order for you to heal past your stuff. My father told me the best advice: the quickest way to get over somebody is to fall in love with somebody new, and it has worked for me. I don't think
there it is. There it is. Listen, her father taught her. This is why good fathers are important, because that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard a father tell a child. Did she get that from her father or her mother or a female? This don't sound right. The quickest way, he taught her like he would teach his, but he would teach his boys or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's not a good thing to teach. You know, like my son, I don't teach him that. You know what I mean? I teach him, give yourself enough time, get yourself back together, be your best, most healed version of yourself before you get back out there. But I told him, girls they're gonna break your heart, man. They're gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm teaching him like, hey, listen, just pick yourself back up by the bootstraps, man. Know that she don't define you. Situation doesn't make you, right? And you're not gonna let her leaving you break you. It's just that simple, right? So I mean, but if father was telling his son, hey man, you know what I mean, just go get you another girl, it's too many fish in the sea. I can understand that. But a father teaching their daughter this is part of the reason why she's the way she is, man. See, the upbringing matters. That's why I'm putting so much time into the efforts with my son. I can't have him out here, when he gets older, representing the family, the bloodline, the last name like this. I never. No.
Have to sit in their stuff so they become dark and they can't get out that dark hole, because isolation breeds depression. Don't isolate. Get out there and start to do things that feed you, that empower you, that make you feel good so you can move past.
This is how you know that she's not any kind of therapist, man. Like, okay, that can work for you. Why is she generalizing and telling everyone? And why would you do that? If you really were some type of person that's supposed to be for all people and understanding and have empathy. This is a narcissist, man. Only a narcissist, and I know you hear the word a lot, the N word a lot, but she has a lot of traits, narcissistic traits. And to project your perspective of reality or what you would do onto others and try to justify it with a bunch of mumbo jumbo, babbling, circle talk, yapping nonsense, that don't make it right or a fact. It really don't, And so she believes that you should get under somebody to get over somebody. So you never completely healing. So you're going to take your traumas and your issues. Let me go ahead and, I'm going to cook for a second. I mean, whoops, no. So you're going to take your dramas and your issues and project them all over somebody new without taking any time to go to God. I don't know if this woman's a religious person or not, but you can't take any time to go to God. You can't take any time to yourself so you can self-reflect, because when you're around a bunch of people, you cannot take the time to get away from the noise, because no one can tell you better than yourself, what you really need to work on, how you really felt about what happened, like what efforts you really put into things and what you kind of neglected. I mean, they can take a look from a third person perspective, but they're not going to really see much. So to say that there's no time for self-reflection and you should get underneath somebody as soon as you're trying to get over someone after a breakup is ignorant. It's silly. It's low IQ, low vibrational, and yeah, I'm disappointed. And normally she's a little bit better with her words. She can kind of loose here lately.
That at which had you going dark.
What have you?
But what I do want to say is I am unpopular opinion.
Okay, so you just seen a prime example of the wrong way to do it. All right. Now let's see what a woman acts like who has a proper father in her life.
We not your little.
Have a father in your life like myself. When you watch a man take lead, like growing up, you want those type of principles when you look forward to a man. And if my dad is head honcho of my house and is taking care of shit, then I'm expecting to come in my life and do the same thing.
Women will often say that about a man, like he has to live up to the standards of my father. But when a man says, I want the woman to live up to the standards of my mother, I'm not here to be your mother, you got mommy issues and all that. So why is it different when a man looks for expectations in a woman that he sees in his mother?
I have a father in your life like myself. When you watch a man take lead, like growing up, you want those type of principles when you look forward to a man. And if my dad is head honcho of my house,
and see, and that's the thing, right? This is a woman who's seen a father, and a good woman allows for the man to lead. It's not about like he's dominating. No, you chose to be with him. Let me cook, man. You chose to be with him, so you're allowing him to lead. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So your submission is like, it's completely voluntary, and you know, you're giving them permission. You're giving them permission to lead, however you need to word it, phrase it, or whatever. And when you see a woman that was raised with the father in the house and the mother, because this is important too, the mother respecting the father's authority and honoring the order of God, right? Then you can get yourself a holy woman. I'm not saying this one right here is a virtuous woman, but we're all trying to get a virtuous woman, someone with morals and values and whatnot, and understand that when a man is speaking a certain kind of way, that's just a God in him talking. He can't help it. As a man, you know, I can only speak so calm. I can only tone down my bass so much. You have no idea the lion that's in a dude at all times, man, that want to roar at all times. That's why when dudes get around each other, we be like shooting the shit, and just to women, it sounds like yelling at each other. Nah, man, we're just talking, man, without having to worry about, oh, we're gonna scare somebody in here. Somebody gonna think that we're upset. No, man, that's how dudes talk, man. You know, I was watching this one video. It was that dude, smart guy, and he was on a podcast, and he was just being himself, and he was expressing himself and how he felt, you know, in his masculine frame. And the two dudes was on a podcast. One of them felt uncomfortable and was like, I'm uncomfortable the entire approach of this. See, that's a male that was raised by his mother, who taught him that any man that's just, you know, being a man in his frame is some kind of way a threat or whatever, because he's getting loud or whatnot. But as long as that man stays in his little square, he's not leaning in towards you. He's not, you know, tapping you on your shoulder. Now I understand the ones that be doing too much and I tap you, like, don't let nobody touch you. I'm completely about that. I don't even care if nobody need to touch nobody. Whatever joke you saying, you tapping my shoulder or whatever, it ain't gonna make it land any better. If it ain't funny, it ain't funny. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, that's just the way it is. And some people can't handle a man being a man. And, you know, black men know what I'm talking about. Like, you have to really tone down your masculinity on a regular basis when you go outside your house, on a regular basis. I'm giving my son the talk right now, man. I mean, that boy hand is as big as mine. You know what I'm saying? He's wearing like size 8.5 in men. So I'm like, you're going to be a big dude. So you're going to intimidate people, and you're not even going to be trying to. He's got my face. You know what I'm saying? Obviously the upgraded version, because he's my kid, so he looks better than me. And he's going to be taller than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like 6'4", 5, maybe 6'7", maybe. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting it out there in the ether. I'm putting it out there, man. If I'm going to, You know what I'm saying? Anything on my kid, I'm going to make sure, I'm trying to make sure he's in the best place in life possible. You know what I mean? But I'm just teaching them now. You know, people are going to be kind of intimidated by you. He sometimes intimidates some of his teachers because he has that same stoic face like I do, and it comes off like a RBF to some people. But he's not even tripping. He's a kid. But people just interpret it like, are you upset? Did I see something wrong? And used to that kind of stuff, man. You know what I mean? When a man's speaking, a man is speaking. And when people are raised around men properly, and that man is allowed to be a masculine uh, um, figure, you know, kind figure, because you ain't gonna be a good guy, but a kind masculine figure, then women and the sons will understand a man being a man. When you have kids raised by single mothers that threw men out whenever she felt like it, that obviously dodged men that would hold her accountable, hence the reason why she's a single mother, right? Those kids have never been put around that kind of environment. So whenever, especially women, they get around a guy that's kind of bassy, you know, just kind of a little bit animated, you know, maybe goes to the gym a little bit, so has a little frame to him, you know, jawline out, it scares them, right? And then a lot of times when people get scared nowadays, just what they do, I'm just telling you the truth, they try to play it off by trying to act tough in whatever way they want to. They try to play it off. And a lot of times playing it off is to go with you about, you know, your tone, it's your tone. No, you tone policing me is a trauma that you have not healed from your childhood or from your life. And some male that you allowed in your life, or possibly, you know, your father, who you didn't have no real hand in allowing in your life, has made you think that a man being bassy, or being a man, being kind of loud or whatever, is a sign of aggression that's going to lead to something physical or whatnot. And that's not the case. That's just not the case. Guys in the military have to sound off all the time. Are you going to sit there and say that those loud military guys that are taught to speak a certain kind of way, to project their voice more, they're all just a bunch of, you know what I mean? Because they're loud. No, you can't do that, right? They're super disciplined. They're in the military, and they don't want to mess that check up. So all I'm saying is this: when you're raised around a proper father and he's allowed to be the man he's supposed to be, you know, the physical representation of the living God in this realm, then you will get children that do not get triggered just by a man's tone and presentation. But when you have them raised by a dad that can't be a beta, or a dad that can't really be the way he wants to be, and the woman's kind of running it by putting a battery in his back, or just throw him in out all the time, you have crazy conversationalists like that crazy internet Dr. Brian. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? There's no other way. That's always looking for a reason to take jabs at men or whatever. And whatever she don't have the ability to do, then she tries to frame things as if that's some kind of bad thing. Oh, you shouldn't go heal on your own. However someone gets to the healing, what does it matter? That's like saying there's only one road to success. That's a very ignorant thing to say, don't you think? For someone that's supposed to be so prestigious and have degrees and be a doctor, that's ignorant as hell. Just like her twerking, right? That's just ignorant. You don't need to do that if you're a certain level of classy woman. Yeah, let's get above classy, you know. More like a God-fearing type of woman. You know, you just don't have it in you. You don't have it in you. And then I'm not the kind of person that gets caught up in someone's credentials and speaking the Queen's English all proper like and whatnot. I don't get caught up in that, man. I'm looking at this person's character. And if, you know, people, they attack things that they don't have the ability to do nowadays. If someone is not multi-talented and might have one talent or none, then they're going to say you're doing too much. Oh, you're just doing too much. No, man, I'm just doing me. And you are projecting onto me because you feel like I'm doing too much. And what it really means is they don't feel like they can do what you can do. And this is what happens. So when you have people that don't have the ability to heal on their own, or be any kind of lone leader, or teach people that you need to go to God, because no one teaches, put myself in this as well. No one says be alone, be in a closet, normally people say go to God. Go to God. You can't go to God being around a bunch of people that don't really know where your pain is really coming from, because you're in a place where you can't really even articulate it that properly. You're just kind of like going through it, feeling it out. So you got to some people can go to God. Some people can self-heal. And I'm telling y'all this, you don't think that's a deep, profound ability. It really is. People will get jealous of you and project onto you and tell you, oh no, you need to. No, I don't. I'm more sane than you are. I'm more rational and empathetic than you are. I can put myself in other people's shoes easier than you can. I would never say there's only one way to heal and you have to do it alone. Some people need to be around people to heal. Some people need to go to the church, right? And some people can self-heal, go through stuff. We have such a deep connection with God that we don't carry trauma on our soul. I've been to Iraq twice, man. I have seen people blown up. I have seen people's heads blown off. I've seen stuff, man. I don't carry trauma like that. God gave me the deep understanding of how life is and phases of life and growth. And, people are here and then, we have to go to the next round. No one's here forever. You know what I mean? And a lot of people want to live in la la land and ignore the reality of life. And if you mention it, oh no, you shouldn't. I'm talking about the things that if you were by yourself, instead of distracting yourself with other people, you would think about and come to terms with. But the longer you keep running around finding distractions, you'll never come to terms with life. Get that good balance, understand that every day is precious. I'm not promised tomorrow. I'm not promised a couple hours from now. And you come to that understanding when you're by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like I was the past few hours, been raining, kids asleep. And I'm just over here, scripting and stuff and planning videos, making thumbnails, and just in deep thought. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? And you're never alone when you have God. And if you really had a deep connection with God, you never would feel alone. So it goes to show me a lot of humans just don't have that kind of connection. And they wordplay. Because if you're going after people that ain't never done nothing to you, then why are you doing that? It's an insecurity projected. But if you got clever words, you can disguise, you can hide behind it. You hide behind these words, man. But see, I've been trained by the best. Worked for the White House. Been taught quite a few things, was in the military. So I know BS when I hear it. And I know projected insecurities due to the fact that I make a lot of people insecure. People can't handle who I am. You know what I'm saying? It's always an issue when people deal with me when you have some kind of fake facade, and you can't fake it with me. I'm going to call you out on everything that I notice so I can run you off and get you up out of my face, because I don't need fake ass people around me. That's a drain on my energy. So you can go run back and talk about me. What do I care what a peasant runs back and tell other peasants? I don't care. I don't care. And I'm calling you peasants because that's peasant behavior. If you were a real one, you wouldn't even care, wouldn't hurt your feelings. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't mean nothing to you. Right? But again, people like this, they got to control the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Not her. She's not doing nothing wrong. This lady was speaking facts. Let's get this goofy back over here. Shut her mouth and let her. You know what I'm saying? This goofy right here, she keeps getting out here doing goofy stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's the most ignorant thing that a medical professional could say. When Corey says she's really not certified, she really isn't. I think she's just saying stuff at this point just to trigger people, just like when she got on Cam's, show, and with Nick, whatever. You know what I'm saying? She just trying to find ways to trigger black men. And again, a lot of y'all be like, oh, they're triggering y'all for views, and it's deeper than that. It is far, far deeper than that. It is a deep disdain. It's her trying to get back at us for issues that she's had with black men throughout her life. You know what I'm saying? And especially if the woman is not currently on the market dating men. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Her and her girlfriend can sit there and kiki about whatever she said and whoever she triggered, and watching the reactions to it, because that's what a lot of miserable people do. I'm not saying that everyone in that community is miserable. I'm just saying this is a miserable woman. If you definitely are excommunicated from dealing with men right now, then where's the conversations and all of this passion coming from? And you have a whole woman that you're dealing with. And I think that Corey has it pretty squared away. I haven't seen her say that he's wrong about that. I haven't seen her say anything about, him being wrong about her, or him outing her with her not so solid credentials, universities that she went to online and whatnot, and different things of that nature. So again, you can get on the internet, you can call yourself whoever you want, right? But when you get on here and you're making it a thing to go after and bash black men, you're going to get checked. This is being tone deaf. It's like she don't even see the energy shift. How are you? This what happens when you go to school, man. You just lose all common sense. Even Priscilla, the queen maker, is shifting over and talking more about how, I'm saying, women got it messed up. She sees the energy shift. All these people are trying to make money. She even sees the energy shift, and she's doing what's needed. And she was huge on advocating for this kind of crazy talk. So why doesn't this woman see the same thing? Why is she still on this man bashing thing is coming to an end? You know what I'm saying? Women are starting to feel the squeeze of the man exodus from this country. You know what I'm saying? The man exodus is happening, and y'all can reframe it online and the media and social media, whatever you want, but men are leaving. And it doesn't matter what you say. Winter is here. You're cold. You're laying in bed with a pillow between your legs. You know what I'm saying? And another pillow between your arms, wishing that it was a man, any type of man at this point, right? You're taking your makeup off in the mirror, looking at your bed. You know what I'm saying? You can see your bed from the mirror, and there's nobody there, and you're trying your best to make sure that you don't cry yourself to sleep. Yeah, it's a sad, sad world out here. You get online every day and you go after men, and it gives you that dopamine hit and makes you feel better in the moment. But once the camera's off and your phone is down, you're in that house, and like she said, you're by yourself getting depressed because you don't have no real connection with God. Man, it gets sad, lonely, and it's bad, y'all. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Anyway, you guys smash that like button. Go ahead and subscribe. In the comment section, let's talk about it. This video will be reposted. You know what I'm saying? I probably will edit out some of it, but this video will be reposted. It's too good to just let go, and the live streams don't get enough views if they're not in the vertical feed. So anyway, again, love and light. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all are all I have online. Listen, the Soul Tribe keeps me going. And I have a lot of haters, man. A lot of haters, a lot of content creators that need ideas. They're brain dead. So you guys smash the like button, sharing the live streams and the videos, and dropping comments is what's keeping the channel growing. Continue to do that, and don't think that your individual view or your comments don't matter. All right. You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff matters. If you guys have noticed, I get very few views, not views, but likes, but my videos are still able to hit the algorithm from the few likes that I get from you guys. So continue doing that, and that pushes us out. Try to remember to hit the like on the way in. If you don't, then hit the like on the way out. You know what I mean? And I will be dropping more pre-recorded videos, and you already know on my pre-records, I have that subscribe, notification bell, and like button animation like 7 or 8 times in a video. I don't even care if the video is 3 minutes. It'll be in there like 10 times, because we're human, and sometimes we just need to be reminded. So for those that get kind of bothered by it, is what it is. You need to be reminded, man. I'm not calling you slow. I need to be reminded. You know what I mean? Hit that like. I'll be watching videos on here sometimes. I gotta remind myself the like button. So hit the like button, subscribe, join the tribe. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this. And this video will be reposted. I got another video coming. Don't go too far.
In this game, you gotta have that dog in you.
Made in America.